Good morning. You've just woken up and you're really not feeling getting up. That's a feeling that lots of us go through. So why not just do workout in bed? Why not get up in bed and then you won't fall back to sleep and you can get up and do the rest of your day? Someone should have invented this before, really, but I mean, they probably already have. But I'm going to take you through some yoga just to loosen yourself up in bed, because why not? Why not do it in bed? So, I'm going to start really gentle, and we'll try not to fall asleep here. So we're just going to start with the head going to one side, the legs going to the other side, but not fully, just loosening up those hips. Because if you've been sleeping, so you're going to be stiff, you're going to be really stiff all the time from the night. So it's just getting a little bit of movement, because we're always stiffer in the morning than we are in the evening. That's just a fact, because in the evening your body's had the whole day to adapt and to loosen up. Just finding out what feels good in the morning. And then taking that a little bit further and starting to slide that right leg down to the bottom, then slide it all the way up and bring it up to meet the left. Do the same with the left. I'm just going to give myself a little bit more of the bed here. Go on, that's it, get out of the way, thank you. Duvet, goodbye. And then slide it, it's not going to play ball, is it? That's better. Slide it down to the bottom. So do the same on the right. Just sliding it down, sliding it up, allowing yourself to pull yourself up with your core, not forcing anything. It's like lubricating the hip joints. Because it's like if you don't put oil in your pan when you're cooking, you're going to have a pretty dry meal. In the same way, if your hips are not lubricated during the day, they're going to be pretty clunky. So we don't want that. I'm just going to stand up a little bit so I can see you guys properly, but you guys just keep your head rested on the bed, because that's the whole point of this workout. So once we've done this, let's do a couple more times. I mean, some people do this every day because it really just does loosen up those joints. You might want to do them both at the same time. So you might want to kind of go into your frog, stretch all the way down, frog, all the way back up, and you can feel them both working at the same time. How good is that? In fact, while we're talking about frogs, let's just hold that pose in your frog. And there we go. And relax. So we've done a lot of loosening up, but I'm actually also going to work on some stuff in bed. So it's not just about waking up. We can do some proper work in bed, and you'll see in a minute how. I'll start on the left in a minute. Start on the left leg. Take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Keep your lower back firmly on your bed mattress. And then from here, what are we going to do? We're going to extend that right leg out and hug this left knee. And we're going to circle the foot just round to start with. We're going to get into the hamstrings in a minute. And the hamstrings for me, just taking that leg out to the side and back to the center. Just again, working those hips. The hamstrings for me tend to be pretty tight in the morning, as they do for most people. They're pretty integral to our day. So we're going to get straight into those guys. Once you've done this, we're going to bring this right leg up and at a right angle on the left knee, and we're going to hug that left knee in as we pull the right away. I might almost be blocking the camera here, but you can see what we're doing. It's quite hard to film in this bed, because there's only so much space I can pop it on. Okay, and then we're going to extend that leg, the right one, up to the ceiling and point and flex and point and flex, and then hug it in as you lift your chest off. So just feel a little bit of ab engagement there. From here, both legs are going to come up to tabletop, and then we're going to extend into a nice hamstring stretch, holding this. 5 more seconds. And release into some scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just gentle. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And hug it in. Excellent work. Slide that left leg out and circle the right. So even in bed, you can still do this kind of work. Pretty cool. And then sliding it out to the right hand side. Before we do the same thing with this right hand group, do check out my Instagram actually, because I played around with some coloured lighting in this room when I was doing this for the Instagram, because we're doing a theatre production and we've got some really cool lights, but for this actual routine I thought you do need to see what I'm doing. So but as a taster it doesn't really matter. Anyway, legs hugged in again. We're doing really well. And then extending both legs up to the ceiling. Hold for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get to do child's pose after this. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and scissors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going too high because we're just warming up. And 10, and hug and flip yourself all the way over. I'm just going to face you guys into child's pose and hold.
Although it may be tempting to fall asleep, we've got to try and snake through to Cobra here and have a look at our ceiling and say hello, because we're trying to wake up. So really extend and breathe in, and then exhale down and snake yourself back into child's pose again.
Cool.
I'm going to take us up to all fours now.
So in all fours,
What we're going to do is we're going to pulse that leg behind us. Take your right hand and stretch onto that leg. So you're in like a mini dancer's pose, and just enjoy that stretch. Try not to fall over. Obviously the mattress isn't quite the stable ground that we're used to. But that feels lovely. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And now just bring your left knee in front and fold over that left knee into a pigeon pose. Let's make this groin area feel like sweet honey. Let's lubricate it. And then bringing the other leg through and switching. Sorry, my bed's very squeaky. And then switching legs. And now, just come to lie down in Shavasana. Please don't fall asleep, but just rest and we'll try and wake up. Relax. Hopefully you're ready for your day ahead. Keep relaxing if you need. The song of the day is Fever to the Form by Mulvey. And that will be a nice soundtrack if you want something to help you along with that. Otherwise, I wish you a very pleasant day. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.